Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day.
Welcome back to another edition of Border Wars 17 Atlanta.
Listen up, live chat, power chat. On said it's a mismatch. That motherfucker got game, yo. He got game like a crackhead from the 80s and 90s. Word is
This a
born.
mismatch that ain't even no comparing. Step through the ropes and I got everybody staring. Hold my cardies, I might have to do some damage. Got these in the Midwest and then flew straight to Atlanta. Shout out Wisconsin. I just hit up OC, he's in the spots where I can find him. I hope you on your piece, cause I got power like Itama. And the next gon' drop a bomb, but he ain't flex a DJ drama. Flex a DJ drama. Clear the ring. I see my op is about to be some flower bringing. Under the lights, you know I gotta do my thing. Then put his lights out when I hear that bell thing. I bet his lights out, you can hear his girl scream. His face bruising, left gave him a nosebleed. It might be in the gloves, I swear they control me. It's like I'm playing fight night, how I slip and I roll weed. He was walking with cold feet, all I half stepping. That was set for 3, but he ain't make it to the second. That was set for the we ain't gotta bring the reffin'. Punish him, Paul Williams, then style on him like I'm Hector. They ring that bell and then I turn into a warrior. Straight shots to that body, he like laundry, how I fold him up. Baby, this TBV, come get up on this tour with us. Yeah, this border wars, but you don't want no war with us.
This is how you push it together, man. Mozzie put me with the move makers and shakers in Atlanta, and he got shit done in a fucking weekend. That's how you know you plug, when you could get dates on a Sunday, bruh.
I think he leaking. This jab feel like a stab. Who gon' pick up where I leave him? I flick that like some ash. Roll that hardiness I needed. Turn that volume up. I keep it high like Benavides. You know they turn that volume up when they hear Mozzie in they speakers. You wear Jordans in that ring. We gon' beat you for your sneakers. I'm so smooth with the counter. I'm a stylist. How I'm weaving. This that water walker. You know I move like Aquafina. They ring that bell and then I turn into a warrior. Straight shots to that body, he like laundry, how I fold him up. Baby, this TBV, come get up on this tour with us. Yeah, this border wars, but you don't want no war with us.
Man, listen, ain't no motherfucker getting off on me like that. You crazy.
Yeah, man, but when I send that fire, bro, that's the song I want to play, man. We playing these other songs, man. Oh, yeah, that's the song. When I send that fire for that Mozzie, that's their song, though.
What up, what up, what up? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. It is Sunday, the weekend recap. And if you watch this weekend's fights, this is what we're here to discuss. Feel free to call in and voice your opinion on all the action that took place this weekend. We got Discord available, X Spaces available, and we're here to talk about the big fight. Lamont Roach and Isaac Pitbull Cruz fight to a controversy draw in San Antonio. The main event definitely delivered 12 rounds of relentless action and high drama as the Mexican soon-to-be star, or I should say star. I mean, he was getting a lot of love in that building, a lot of loud cheers, and I can't take that away from the Mexican star, Isaac Pitbull Cruz, now with a record of 28-3, 2 draws, 18 wins by KO, battled the former world champion Lamont Roach, formerly a WBA champion at 130, now fighting at 140. He has a record of 25-1 with 3 draws now and 10 wins by KO. The strange scorecards were 115 to 111 for Cruz, 113, 113, 113, 113. Cruz retained his interim WBC lightweight title, but the outcome was met with immediate fiery protests, not only from Lamont Roach's camp, but also from Isaac Cruz's camp. Both men thought they deserved the win. Both men agreeing to a rematch, and Isaac Cruz poking fun at Gervonta, saying he will give Lamont the rematch because he is not Gervonta Tank Davis. Cruz had the Mexican crowd behind him and started strong, landing a sharp left hook in round 3 that scored an early knockdown, sending Lamont Roach to the ropes, forcing him to put his hand down, not to officially fall. However, that momentum shifted quickly after that knockdown. Whatever brain rattling Cruz gave Lamont was too much because it ended up putting Lamont on the good foot. When referee James Green deducted a crucial point from Cruz for repeated low blows, a decision Cruz believes cost him the fight. Roach stayed disciplined, countering effectively with that beautiful left hook. He kind of fell in love with it, looking for it more than he should have, but it was landing, and Cruz began to tire in the middle rounds. Tip's favorite CompuBox stats highlighted the closeness of the fight, with Roach holding a narrow lead of 142 to 132 edge in power punches landed. Both fighters immediately called for the rematch, with Cruz specifically demanding a different referee. In the co-main event, we had a major title fight with O'Shaquie Foster, the current 130 WBC champion. Foster, with a record of 24-3, 12 KOs, earned the WBC Interim Lightweight title by dominating Stephen Fulton Jr. O'Shaquie has been wanting a shot at Shakur Stevenson. This is an interim title for Shakur's belt at 135. Will this bring us closer to a fight with these two men versus one another? They're familiar with one another from sparring and been in each other's camp. But since then, there's been a lot of back and forth and a lot of words thrown at each other. With this WBC interim, can we see O'Shaquie and Shakur whenever Shakur comes back down to 135? Really quick before I continue, if you're on Discord, let me know if everything is rocking and rolling. I want to make sure that that is working properly. Foster earned that WBC title by dominating Stephen Fulton, who is now 23-2 with 8 KOs via unanimous decision, with the scores of 119 to 109, 118 to 110, and 117 to 111. O'Shaquie with a dominant performance, one that Fulton just couldn't find his range, whether he was afraid to step into the danger or arms too short to box with God, because Foster had a 72-inch reach or a 74-inch reach, which is massive for the lightweight division for sure. But this is what we're talking about. For those that are interested, feel free You can call in. Discord available. X Spaces also available. We're talking the entire fight card. Where does Fulton go from here? Some believe he didn't put up much of an effort. Foster fighting in his home state of Texas, but he is from Houston. Executed a near perfect game plan, utilizing his length and reach advantage to keep Fulton at bay. His sharp and consistent jabs was the key, landing 41 jabs to Fulton's 14 in the first half alone. Switching stances effectively, giving a different look to Foster. Increased pressure in the later rounds, resulting in an overwhelming 191-56 overall edge in punches landed. Post-fight, Foster immediately called out Shakur Stevenson, indicating he is ready to move up or down in weight for the biggest challenges. We had Jesus Ramos, Erislandy Lara, and Frank Martin all get wins. Jesus El Mono Ramos Jr. shut my mouth. I thought for sure Mosley would win. Mosley is a tough SOB with a great chin, but last night's fight showed that there was a huge speed disadvantage, and Mosley's defense wasn't on the A level, which he needed if he wanted to get a win. Shane Mosley Jr. with a record of 22-5 with 12 KOs. Ramos 24-1 with 19 KOs, winning a decision 117-111 twice and 116-112. Ramos disclosed a camp-ending hand injury and had to battle through Mosley's mid-fight resurgence. He rallied late, landing 40 power shots in the championship rounds and barely any clinching in this fight. Ramos abandoned the jab and was looking for big power shots only, but he was landing and he was looking good. And I have to give him his credit. I honestly was not picking with my heart. I thought Mosley would be able to do the job. Mosley just didn't move his head. He kept his head on the line, and, man, he just kept getting hit. He just kept getting hit, but he's a tough SOB, like I said. Those power shots of Ramos didn't affect Mosley. And in my Discord, I questioned whether or not Ramos has power, because Ramos' face seemed to change and become slightly disfigured, where Mosley's face was the same way he walked into the ring, no matter how many shots Ramos landed. Has Ramos' power carried up? In this particular fight, it didn't matter because the output was overwhelming and he was clearly able to win a victory by out-punching and outlanding his opponent. But Ramos has set his sights high and on the full champion Carlos Adames. Let's see if PBC gives him that fight. Erislandy Lara, the American Dream, 32-3, 3 draws, 3 losses, 19 wins by KO, used his veteran ring mastery to cruise to a unanimous decision over a short notice challenger, João Gonzalez, 36-5 with 34 KOs. One has to wonder, Johnny Beck was booted from the fight for testing positive. Was João Gonzalez tested, or did he get the normal commission test? Because, boy, did he look strong. But Lara retained the WBA Middleweight World Championship. Lara scored a couple of knockdowns in the first round and in the final round, showing that his power carries late even at this old age. The cards read the masterclass that we saw. 120-106, 119-107, and 118 to 108. Streaming on the prelims absolutely free on YouTube, the undercard was highlighted by a vicious knockout as Frank the Ghost Martin, former Gervonta Tank Davis victim, and hasn't been in the ring since the Tank Davis loss, his lone loss with a record of 19-1, with the 1 win coming at the hands of Tank Davis. 13 wins by KO, made a statement to the 140-pound division, delivering a one-punch left-hand KO of Rances Bartholomew, the former 2-division champ, late in round 4. Martin declared he is back and is ready to challenge all main event fighters, specifically calling out Richardson Hitchens and the winner of the main event, which we didn't get one due to the draw. Martin looked very good. Loved the pivots, how he kept turning Rances Bartholomew. It looks like Buddy McGirt has been a good partnership for Martin. I like the movement. I like the activity. And he seemed to be listening. The Cruz-Roach controversy. Who really won the fight? When you call in, break down this scoring. What did you think of that 115-111 scorecard for Cruz? Was that the fix being in, or did Cruz deserve that scorecard? How significant was round 7's point deduction for the low blows? And should there have been more? As I personally feel, Roach was being fouled consistently throughout the fight with low blows, headbutts, and even shoulder bumps, as we seen the referee give a warning to the dirty Isaac Cruz for jumping up and down, trying to hit Lamont Roach in his chin with Isaac's own shoulder. Foster's lightweight ambitions. How impressive was O'Shaquie Foster and his near shutout domination of the former 2-division champion, Stephen Fulton? Do you think he can do the same to the person he immediately called out in Shakur Stevenson? What's the best? Should he move to 35 or challenge Shakur at 40 if Shakur can actually beat Teofimo Lopez January 31st? Martin's 140-pound statement after his loss to Tank, and now his highlight reel of Rances Bartholomew. What does this mean for Martin? Is he an immediate threat to the interim WBC lightweight title held by Cruz? Or should he face someone else like the person he called out in Richardson Hitchens? Jesus Ramos Jr.'s tough road. Ramos battling through a reported hand injury and mid-fight adversity against Shane Mosley Jr. Does winning this grueling fight give him the grit he needs to challenge a powerhouse like Carlos Adames, or should he sidestep and keep getting more experience as he's only 24 years old? Erislandy Lara's longevity. Amongst all Cubans, Lara continues to look the best, plus 40. At the ripe age of 42, still looking like a spring chicken against these guys, Lara still is sharp enough to score multiple knockdowns, early and late, showing the power carries, cruising to a wide decision. Should he face his mandatory or seek out major unifications, as this unification bout fell to pieces due to Johnny Beck testing positive? Who is a realistic, meaningful challenge left for Lara at middleweight? When you call in, let us know who you would like to see him fight. The state of these goddamn interim titles. The card was crowned by 3 interim WBC champions, Cruz, Foster, Ramos. Does this devalue the titles? Or does this set up fantastic mandatory bouts with Ramos facing Adames, with Foster facing Shakur Stevenson, and with, I think that's it, right? Because somebody would have to move up from 40 to 47. So pretty much it would be, 140 true champ is Matias. So, Isak has the belt. Do he and Matias fight? And he becomes a mandatory for Matias. Does Foster and Stevenson fight? Foster becoming a mandatory for Stevenson. And does Ramos and Adames fight, becoming a mandatory for Adames, versus having 6 titles, 2 in each division? Undercard gems and highlights. Shout out to the excellent and exciting Lucero versus Valenzuela stoppage. And Luis Nunez continued his rise at 126, looking good. Little less active than I would have wanted. Maybe he should have let his hands go slightly more, but he did get the win nonetheless. Lucero gave us exactly what he advertises, which is an all-out war. That is the entire card. If you want to call in and voice your opinion on this weekend's actions, feel free. This is your weekend recap. Call in and let us know what you thought of this weekend's fights. We got Southpaw Supremacy.
Yo, you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Man, I enjoyed the card last night, man. I mean, I enjoyed the card. The highlight of the card to me was how good Foster was, bro. I just wasn't familiar with his game like that, bro. When he came out, he threw 2 fast, long, hard ass jabs, and I was like, oh, this is over. Steph with them little short ass arms, he was never gonna get in range. But like he outclassed him. He didn't win a round. You said near shutout. Did he? I mean, the card with the 109, 119 card, the only one that made sense to me. I couldn't give Fulton a round. I can only think of a few punches he tried to counter. He tried to counter the jab earlier with the right hands, but like that was crazy. I don't know what Bozy was telling him. Bozy kept telling him double, triple up your jab. You got to push him back. You got to push him back, man. He controlled him in every aspect. And that was just the first 4 rounds. Then he switched southpaw.
Bruh, he
and started
never even
controlling
doubled up that jab. I heard Bozy say that shit twice and never seen Fulton throw more than that one jab. And it was not even a jab where he was trying to hit him. It was just like a jab to show that he's throwing
to
punches.
throw it out there. To just throw it out there. And he kept saying, back him up. I'm like, but the distance control of, like I said, he switched southpaw and then just start controlling him in every aspect southpaw. His jab in southpaw was great. It was a masterclass from Foster for me. So he got a fan in me from last night. That was a masterclass performance. And again, now when he was talking all that the shit about him and Shakur sparring stories, I don't know now. Cause with them long ass arms, I believe it now. I didn't believe the way he was saying he was touching Shakur like that and sparring. I can see it now. That dude is skilled when his head's right. But the Ramos thing, I think I agree with you on that. Ramos hit Mosley at will, and he wasn't doing nothing. Like Mosley was there to be hit the whole night, and obviously I think Ramos won the fight. Like, sure, he won. He was unanimous decision, right? I know he won unanimous decision. But the power thing, his power did not carry up because he hit Mosley with everything, and Mosley just kept coming and trying to counter. I think that was it was a fun, entertaining fight though. The Lara win. We knew what Lara was gonna do. How can I got on you the other day about hating on Johnny Beck. What can I say now? He deserves it now. I mean, he deserves it now. Shout out to Lara for that win, but I know that's obviously it was on short notice, so it's hard to, I mean, but so I don't know where Lara goes from here now. I'm sure he wouldn't want to even reschedule with Johnny Beck now. So that's a whole different thing now. The Roach Pitbull fight, shit. Like you said, Roach. Pitbull is was so dirty. Him getting that 1 point, they're lucky that's the only point he got. But the scorecards I felt were all over. Yeah, but like I said, overall it was a great card. Good card. I'm gonna say great. I enjoyed it though, and I hope they run the main event back.
But it's not your time.
It was a decent card for sure. I know people not gonna complain because people probably used to living in the West, used to living in the East. As a guy that's gone back and forth, man, I can't fuck with it, bro. 11:35, your main event is walking out. That was wild, man. Shout out to the Fire Stick boys, held me down. And shout out to YouTube for having the main event for free. Because I fell asleep. I woke up this morning, 7 o'clock, and watched the main event. I think I watched all the way last night until Lamont got that first knockdown where he kind of rolled back and the hand went down. But, bro, I was in between counting sheep during that moment. My girl was wide awake. She watched more than me. But they got to do something, bro. 11:35, that's insane. And again, this is why I love the West Coast. That's only 9:35 on the West. Still could go out. I still could get up, get dressed, go out with my girl, be back by 11:30. Like, they out of control. They got to do something. That was just too late. I don't know how y'all do it. Because I don't hang out. I don't drink. I'm not even smoking. My body's just naturally tired at 11:30. It's time to go to bed. What type of weird shit they fucking got going on, I don't know. And nobody's paying for this shit. They just not. None of them links was freezing. None of them links. Well, I ain't even had, that's how good it was. I ain't even had to move. I was on one, and that was it. There was no buffering. There was no freezing. Fuck, even YouTube got the fight, and it's still up. Ain't nobody paying for this shit. So all that waiting till the end of the night to try to snatch up some pay-per-view bot, man, get the fuck out of here and kick rocks with that bullshit. Nobody's paying for this shit. They need to get their shit together for real. That's just way too late. I know I'm going to be the only person complaining. I just hope my old heads stand with me, man. We need more old heads complaining because it ain't right. It's just too late. The fuck we got to be watching boxing at 11:35, first round. We talking about introductions. That's weird, man. That's my complaint. We got Tunnel Vision Discord. What up? Champ.
Yo, what's going on, champ? Can you hear me?
Perfect.
All right, boss. I'm a first time caller, so shout out to TVB, man. I'm a long time listener, so I had to kind of join the show. But as far as the card goes, man, it was entertaining, but what kind of not what we expected. The Foster and Fulton fight, it was cool. Obviously Osaki outclassed him. I was really liking the length of the way he was throwing those straight punches. I feel like that helped him dominate the fight. Fulton really could not figure out a way around him at all, and he was just looking kind of just. He went on. There was a moment when he went on survival mode and just looked like he just was waiting for the end of the fight. But I would have loved for Osaki to kind of like, put a little bit more power and get him out of there. The boxing was cool, from a stylistic standpoint, but he should have got him out of there. If he would have put a little bit more power and stopped, pepping him, that would have been exciting to see. But nonetheless, it was cool. But Cruz and Lamont, that was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. The draw I disagree with though. I feel like Cruz. I kind of would have went with Cruz on this one. Lamont right now, he's the draw king right now. So I don't know what he got going on, but
really, I felt Lamont took over in the later half, bro. What would Cruz switched up his whole game plan, talking about, I was trying to show y'all I'm not just a a Flintstones rock thrower.
You know,
Homie, you start doing lateral movement in boxing because he was beating the shit out you.
Nah, he was. I feel like he wanted to show more layers to his game with that little fake jab he was throwing. So I felt like, you know, sometimes you damn if you do and damn if you don't. You know, sometimes you go out of what you do that could mess you up, but nonetheless, I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe the draw was valid. You know, maybe the draw was valid though. You know, but shout out to Lamont though. You know, for still holding it down. Because I'm not even like, even after the knockout, not knocked down. He still kept his composure.
He
I was
turned
impressed
up.
by.
He turned
Yeah,
up
yeah,
after that knockdown. He got way more aggressive after that knockdown. That's how I felt.
Yeah, his mentality, like I really respected his mentality. Like he still was composed. Like, you know, it didn't shatter his, confidence. He was still, pivoting off the ropes, with the hooks, giving them angles. So it was fun to watch though, for real. Yeah, I mean, $80, that's crazy. Definitely Five Boys was definitely outside yesterday,
For sure.
But yeah,
And then
you ain't lied about
the car falling apart, they could at least be like conscious, like, okay, the car fell apart. Laura's not a unification. This motherfucker missed weight. Yo, here go $15 off. We gonna sell it to y'all for like $65. They don't even adjust. They just like, fuck it. The card ain't the same. We still gonna get y'all for $80. That's why I'm telling you, man. I'm done with them. I'm done with them, bro.
Yeah.
I haven't paid since I haven't paid, man, and I ain't paying.
Right.
Fuck that.
Right. Yeah, they need to step their game up. But yo, Ness, I appreciate the platform. I'm gonna try to, become more of a frequent caller, man. This show is fire, bro. So shout out to you and the community.
Appreciate you, man. We need more callers, man. We need more callers to talk this weekend recap. Looks like we got Boxiana in the building. What up?
Sir, appreciate you, man.
Good morning to the boxing voice from the winner's circle. You heard me? Wonderful night of boxing, not for everybody, but for my team. We had a great evening. Long night, you guys. I'm seeing a lot of back and forth with the price and how everything probably should have been changed. We were in the building, it was live. Pitbull has a ton of fucking fans.
He do.
That yeah, it was crazy. Like they literally had it packed up to the top in the nosebleeds. Like when he fought, everybody was staying. They wanted to wait, take pictures. It was really a beautiful sight. Like they turned out.
FYI though, it was only 10,000 people.
It was 10,000 people, but for San Antonio, they really did. They did their biggest with this one. There was a lot of things that could have been changed, like weekly things that I really didn't care for, like the presser. I mean, the weigh-in, how they had all that laid out. It was just kind of tacky. But that Lara fight, I don't know what they could have done with that differently. That Lara fight changed the price of everything. It definitely changed it. Maybe I'm not gonna say 15. I'm gonna say about $20. We got to be smart with the cost and the economy and what we're paying for. We have to pay what's worth. That Lara fight definitely wasn't worth it. When it comes to that Pitbull fight, Pitbull was up. It looked different on TV than it did in the arena. Um, in the arena, it looked like Pitbull was whooping on Lamont until that second half. He kind of woke up a little bit, but the draw is crazy. I don't agree with the draw. I honestly think that Pitbull edged it out. I'm not gonna say that. Don't hold me to it. But from what I saw, Pitbull edged it out at the end. It was a great night. PBC should be back sometime in February.
By the end, do you mean like that back half, the last rounds, or you just mean end?
No, end. Maybe he started cranking it up. Maybe I want to say 8. When he got into 8, that's when he really kind of was like, you know what, I'm gonna have to go in here and do or die. But it wasn't enough for the draw. From what I saw, Pitbull really clearly edged it. So I don't know. It's a lot of back and forth. I'm on my way back home now. I'm gonna watch it when I get there to see. But from what I saw in the arena, Pitbull edged it out. Lamont kicked it up, but it was too late. So I honestly think I don't want to see it again, but if I'm forced to watch it again, I will, because I feel like Lamont was trying to fight Pitbull's fight, and he shouldn't have done that. He should have boxed more like he was doing at the end of the fight. He was in there banging, and it literally almost got him stopped more than once. He was hurt, and when I say hurt visibly, he was visibly hurt more than once. So if they run it back, I'm gonna watch it, but I wasn't really a fan of that whole thing. I want Lamont to move on and Pitbull to get a different opponent. Um, Frank called him out. Frank also called out Lamont too. So options is open. He can come fight Frank. He can go and fight. Go up. Go dare to be great. Pitbull killing people at his weight. Go up to 147. See what you can do. So I'm all for boxing. Just give me some fights that I can go watch. I'ma watch them, but I ain't paying for no shit that I don't want to see. I do want to say that I agree with you. They got to start charging so much for these pay-per-views, because I'm not buying something that I don't want to see. I paid for the Devin Haney card. That was worth the money. This wasn't so much worth 80, 90 bucks. I'm sorry. So we on the same page when it comes to the price. So shout out to y'all. I hope y'all have a great day. We'll be back sometime soon.
All right, appreciate it. Charles, what it do? If you're watching this on YouTube, it's free. Hit that thumbs up. Let's get these callers up. They don't know. They still sleep. Y'all got to wake them up. Hit them retweets. Let them notifications ring on them phones. Charles, are you in charge or what? Showing my age there. Juan, Cliff, what up?
Damn, the last caller, that was a good call. I felt almost everything she said. I think she did a good job breaking the night down. Oh, it's funny that she said she thought Pitbull edged it out, being that she went there live, because Sean Zattel said the same thing, and a lot of people that watched it over on TV thought that it was a robbery. I heard a lot of robbery.
You know
I
why?
personally thought
Because that's why I don't be going to the fights, bro. Look, Sean is in press row. Maybe he's in the first row because he's lucky.
he said
Maybe
he was like 19, 20 rows back.
look at
That's what he
that.
said.
Now you 19, 20 rows back. You got people standing in front of you. You got camera crew. You got commentators. You got the ropes, the ref, the light. It's just, bro, you ain't going to be able to see all the punches, man. Television is the best spot in the house. Always, always, always. You never get a better angle than TV.
It is. Even when I go to football games, the TV is better than live all the time. But getting their feedback, being that they went live by Sienna and him, it kind of it shows you what the judges, why the judges did what they did. I wasn't mad at the draw, because Lamont frustrates me, because you're not really in the plans. They put the fight in his backyard. Like this what you're they're trying I feel like they're trying to get rid of you, and you went out there and fought Pitbull's fight. And if you're gonna fight like that, you gotta stop them, or you gotta really beat them the fuck up. You can't have a fight that competitive and that close when you're in enemy territory, and you're not really, to me, you're not the guy. Like you're pro box, you're not really PBC. I don't really know who the hell your team is, but you don't. You gotta beat them up. Like you can't leave it that close. That you should know you're not gonna get the nod. You're lucky you didn't get an L, even though a few of us think you edged it. You left too much wiggle room, and that's frustrating. And that's what people say Shakur or Devin and a lot of these fighters, even though they say they're boring, but it's one thing about coming to fight and risking everything you kind of like been working up to. It's another thing to just make sure you leave with the W. If you got to dumb it down, move a little bit, and just make it look like you frustrated your opponent and he can't get to you. That's what you got to do sometimes. You can't just be in there
And that's what Roach
slugging it up.
didn't do. He stood in the pocket giving us Cruz's fight, and that's probably why he got a draw, because they looking at it like, oh, he forced you to fight his fight versus you doing what we know you do.
Exactly. So that was frustrating for me. Like I felt like he's better. He's a better fighter. He should have won. And Mosley's crazy, yo. I never see somebody get hit. Like maybe I have seen it, but he the way he was getting hit was crazy. Like
For
just
real.
1-2 across the jaw, but he did look unfazed. Like I thought he was gonna be hurt, but he seemed to never be hurt. But that was just crazy how his sweat was just flying off his fucking face, and he was just standing there like a fool. But he did impress me. I thought he was gonna lose the fight. Worse than that, he had his moments. He hurt Ramos a few times, and I feel like he is a decent fighter. You know, his pop should be proud. Like he ain't just a can. He all right. That's pretty much how I see the night, though. I didn't watch the Oshaki fight. Sadly, I walked the dogs. I missed it. I listened to somebody call it though, and it sounded like it was a blowout. But I
Yeah,
watched the
nah,
lower
that
fight.
shit was. I'm shocked. I'm
You may
shocked.
feel like it's your time,
I'm super shocked.
but it's
Like,
not your time.
is Fulton overhyped, or is he just a small dude that went up too far in weight? I don't know, bruh. With all the talk though, you would think he would take some chances. He was fighting like he was kind of. I hate to use the afraid word, but yeah, man, he was fighting like he was kind of afraid of what Foster had. Charles, are you there? Charles. All right. Huang out of Houston.
CBV, man, you got me?
Loud and clear.
Man, that was actually a pretty decent card, man. I'm still amazed at that. Man, that left right down the pipeline that freaking the ghost Frank Martin did on Francis. Oh my gosh. Whew. That was ugliness. Whew. He hit that boy hard, man. And then when he hit that canvas, that head bouncing on that canvas didn't help. Boy, I was scared
Yeah,
for
I think
him.
he
Did you
was
see
knocked
it?
out before he hit that canvas.
Yeah.
That was a
You could
perfect
see
left.
it. Wow. So shout out to the Ghost for that one. And man, yeah, Cliff, I'm with him on that Shane Mosley. Wow, Shane Mosley. That he held up his own. You know, we've been watching Mono for a while. Mono always on the big PBC cards, undercard. He on them. So it's like you didn't go up, you didn't go and get a soft touch. You trying to get up, and that's for an interim. So he stood there and he gave it his all. You know, we ain't never seen Mosley be like no top level, but he ain't no walk in the park either, man. Mosley put a good show, man. Shout out to Shane Mosley for man that effort. I just think Mono's just better. And man, that was a good fight too. Now I want to send a special shout out to everybody in the Golden Triangle. You know, everybody over there in that orange, Port Arthur, Beaumont, even them Lake Charles. You know, all them over there in the Opelousas, my Angelique's out there in Opelousas, Lafayette. Yeah, man. Yeah. They here. Oshaki did his thing. Boy, that Golden Triangle shine last night. That Fruit City, what's up? Man, that Golden Triangle shine. Oshaki put it on. And then he walked out with Trader Truth, representing for that Southside Houston, Texas. Swang and a swang and a swang to the left. Hop my trunk. Yep, 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 yep. You know what I'm saying? So, man, shout out to Oshaki, man. If I go over, just keep me rolling. I'll send you a 5. Bro, what's up with Stephen Fulton? Come on, Ness. That's like, it's almost like he just need to stay at that certain weight, like 126. You know what I mean? Like, you can't go up further than that. That's where you can dominate. Cause man, you look like trash. I don't know if that extra weight slowed him down. And he just or maybe, there's certain people that just got your number, man. Because man, that was ugly. You just got did. And then, leading up to the fight, all the press conference and everything, he just didn't look confident. He didn't look confident. It's like Oshaki, man. I remember when Oshaki was getting like the massage or whatever, and they had that where they had them both at the same time. Stephen Fulton was sitting in the car during the interview, and they interviewing both at the same time. Oshaki like, man, I don't give a about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do this in my sleep, and I whoop you while I walk my dog. You know what I'm saying? I'll whoop you while I'm getting my teeth fixed. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I got you ain't nothing. Man, come on, man. Stephen Fulton, we saw him fight the monster. We saw him put up a valiant effort against the monster. That's Japan. Roll me one more, I'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, wow, man, like, what has happened to Stephen Fulton, man?
You may feel like it's your
I
time,
did not expect that, man.
but it's not your time.
And you know, I do want to say shout out to Boxiana too. She gave a great take. Man, you know, Roach, why you just didn't box? You knew this guy's gonna come to chunk rocks, and you know that he can connect. You know, it's like, come on, Ness. Like, that is not the right game plan. And you know, yeah, he turned it up, but I don't know how they gave it a draw, man. And I don't know how Roach really felt like he got robbed. Roach, why you just did, you know, so
My bad.
man. That I don't see how anybody can argue the other way. I might have seen the closest it could have been like a 15-13. But Pitbull was landing. You know, he doing what Pitbull do. Only thing I don't like about Pitbull that really be peeing me off is like, man, all that when they grab your arms, you can't be jumping up and down, man. That's not, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta try to pull out there. You know what I'm saying? The ref really, that's the ref's job. You know what I'm saying? You know, you just give him a look. You tied up. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like when they do that. But still, man, Pitbull, he's not like something hard to figure out. And Roach, he just should have boxed, man. You a boxer, just box, man. I don't know. I was disappointed in Roach on that one. And really disappointed at the end when he really thought like he got robbed, you know? But I would say this about Pitbull. You know, I agree with everything he said about the judges robbing him, but don't say that. I wouldn't say it that way. I wouldn't have said it that way. I think he should have been more tactful in how he expressed it at the end of the fight, because judges don't like when you criticize them. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna come to bite you in the booty later. So yeah, man, he got to be careful with that. But man, all in all, man, that was a decent card, man. Even the undercard, man, there was that one Lucero or something like that. Dang, the Mexican guy here.
Yeah, he a
Man, them
beast.
two Mexicans that, huh?
Lucero's a beast.
Yeah, man. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good fight. And I got sat down to watch it right at that time, man. And shout out to them the 5-stick links that take you to like Brazil and Portugal and all them other places. I got me a VPN now too, man. Because man, I ain't have no issues. At first I was on one of them streams, because you know I'm still some PBC. Man, but shout out to PBC, man. If they could just come down a little bit. Man, I like having Cam on there and stuff, man. And what's the girl from his show?
I ain't
The cute
even
one that,
see Cam do nothing. They only put him on camera once from what I seen, and all he did was smile.
well, no, during like in the very beginning, the prelims, they were interviewing. He was talking and everything, but the girl Stack. Oh man, I like Stack, man. I know why Broner got into it with Cameron over Stack.
You may feel like it's your
TBV, like and
time,
subscribe. I got you this. I'm
but it's
sending.
not your time.
All right. Charles, trying you again.
My bad, Ness. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
My fault, bro. I didn't mean to fuck up the show. I appreciate you coming back to me, man.
All good.
Shout out to everybody. You went deep this morning?
One deep, solo, dolo, Scarface, no
Yeah,
Manolo.
man, Ness, I was looking for you to go live, but I feel you, man. You on that East Coast, that shit is late. But shout out to my man Juan, man. You know what, man? I'm in Houston too, man. Shout out to Juan, even though H-Town pissed me off sometimes. Shout out to my H-Town brothers on TVB, man. But at the end of the day, I thought it was a pretty good card. Shame on Lamont fucking Roach. Shame on Lamont fucking Roach. You know, Ness, boxing to me, the beautiful part about the sport is, just like in life, when you become a grown man, you got to know who the fuck you are. You got to know what you need to be doing, what's your strengths and your weaknesses. Fucking Lamont Roach came out there to prove a point that he could actually brawl that first part of that fight when his ass got knocked down. Coming out, trying to do something, you moving up weight,
and you trying to prove that you the tough guy. Now, you are a tough guy, Lamont, but you got to draw because you put a hell of an effort back in the back part of that fight. With that being said, like his dad was doing in the corner, what the fuck are you doing? Be who you are. Be what got you to be a champion. Fucking box, man. If you box the whole fight, easy win. Easy win. But that's the lesson to everybody.
Yo, Rayo came out and said, follow the blueprint, and it's true.
Exactly. Be who you are and stay within the confines of who you are. That's what so many male athletes get themselves in trouble trying to do something that they not. Be the fuck who you are. All right? Shout out to my man Shock. Great story. Shock trained down here in Houston. I had Shock winning. I didn't know it was gonna be that wide. I love Fulton, man, but I just think what I've seen from Fulton is he needs to stay maybe at 126 or whatever the weight class is. It seems like whatever class he switches to, when he switched to Inoue, he got his ass whooping. Inoue probably is a generational talent. But I think Fulton can come back. But shout out to Shock. Let me tell you something, Ness. If Shock can continue to be that consistent on the way he fought last night, I've seen him do great things, but turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off. If Shock stick to that, I don't see anybody beating him at 130. In fact, I think the fight, if my man can move up, would be him and Espinoza. Two southpaws. I think both of them is Shock. Shock is not on top rank, is he? I mean, it don't even matter.
Yes, sir, he is. He had Carl Moretti in the ring with him.
Okay. I think the fight at 30, if my man can move up, is him and Espinoza. Other than that, I don't see anybody. If Shock fights like that,
Shock need to move on. Fuck that Espinoza fight. You got bigger fights at 35. You know, you got the fight with Shakur. Shakur's already talking shit and pretty much hating. I hate to use that word, but based off the tweets, you can't really call it nothing else.
And that's the Houston shit too. They both be in Houston, but I agree. But I don't know. Ness 35. I don't know, man. I don't know how Shock deals. Shock is skilled, but I don't know how he deals with bigger fighters. But I hang up, man. Keep it going. TVB for life. Shout out to my Houston brother, and let's keep the show going, y'all.
All right. Let me see. I know I just put that tweet in the pre-pro. Okay, here you go. I got to show y'all this because, man, Shakur could at least give him credit because you thought he wasn't going to, you know what I'm saying? You thought you be talking like he ass. So look at all these tweets by Shakur that Shock screenshotted. Nice little bank on his hating ass ninja. Money emoji. So that means he made money off a Shock. Next one is, he's taking advantage of a natural 122-pounder. This shit don't impress me. I knew the strategy behind this move, for real, for real. And I said what I said. Now tell that hating-ass ninja come to 135 where he got 2 losses at already against bums. Zepeda would beat him. Facts. And Shock tweets, boy, hurt, hating like a motherfucker. So, they got their little beef, man. They got the sparring beef. They got the Twitter beef. That's a fight that, they can settle. And for Shakur, you don't really be having opponents like that. Now they starting to line up. Might as well jump on this fight. Might as well jump on this fight. Now, obviously, if you're going to keep the belt at 140, if you beat T.O., then we could consider different options. But from what he was saying, he moving back down. We got Mike Omaha.
Boxing boys.
What up?
What's happening? What's happening, my boy, my boy? Great night of boxing last night. You see how Shocky Foster came through, put hands on that Philly cheesesteak last night. Another PBC fighter go down to a top-ranked fighter. What's their record? like 4 and 100 or something like that against Top Rank.
Mm.
Another one got exposed last night. Another one bites the dust. What I tell you, I already knew that was gonna happen. They all hype over there in Philly. They is all hype, 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 hype. He already showed he was about when he went over to Japan, wherever he went to fight New Way. He already knew what he was about. That boy Shockey came out looking like a dog last night. I ain't gonna lie. I want to see a Shockey and Raymond Ford or some shit like that next. That's what I want to see. I want to see some big names in there with him. I want to see because I feel like he got that work in it. He look like a dog in there. I ain't gonna lie to you. Great fucking fight. Lamont Roach. I feel like he feel like his back against the ropes because he got knocked down and shit. So I feel like he had to change up his whole fight. He got caught. He got caught. And that little Pitbull motherfucker different, man. He look nice in there, man. Pitbull is nice and he can take punches too. Pitbull is he a motherfucking monster in that fucking ring, dog. I ain't gonna lie. He don't like even take damage when he getting hit. He just keep coming and coming and coming. They need a drug test, that motherfucker. Cause that motherfucker boy, I be looking like, God damn, he could take a fucking beating and this nigga just keep coming. I feel like Lamont show, he got dog in him last night, though. And I like what I seen from Lamont. He just gotta clean it up just a little bit, but I like what I seen from Lamont. He looked good, actually. For real. I didn't think he was like that. He showed even more in this fight than he did in Tank to me. Shit, but great night of boxing. My boy was in the prelims. My boy Frank Martin. Frank Martin out there knocking niggas out. But I guarantee they put Frank Martin up there with another good fighter, he'll get knocked out again though. He ain't fight nobody last night. That nigga last night didn't look he looked like a damn cab driver for sure. With a little height. He like a cab driver, so I don't know about that. We're gonna see what Frank Martin about. See Earl in the motherfucking Earl look like he got a fucking mop on his head. He don't know what to do. He's so confused. He's still damaged from that fight 2 years ago. Shout out to Earl Spencer. Shout out to his fans, y'all. You know what I'm saying? What else popped off last night? I don't know, but Shockey and Shakur Stevenson would be a good fight too. Who you liking that one, Ness?
I mean, you know, Shakur is the favorite. Shockey would have to get an upset win, but it's a good fight, right? Like he's long, he could box. The thing with O'Shaquie is, you know, is he gonna run against somebody that's gonna make him get conservative? Because in the beginning of that fight, I'm like, oh shit, he ain't letting his hands go enough. Then he started to let them hands go in the second round. But that first round, I got nervous. It wasn't a lot of punches that he threw. So
I had that shit 12-0 last night. I didn't think Fulton won one round. I think it was 12-0.
Yeah, nah, I hear you.
That nigga Fulton looked like he just got out the fucking pen with them braids on. What the fuck was wrong with that nigga, man? Like he ready to go star in a motherfucking Tyler Perry film or some shit.
I think that was the point of the outfit. You know, he came out there with the Carhartts and the beef and Brocs. I think he was going for that look. That block boy look.
That's the thing, though. He worried about that shit, man. You got to worry about the fight. He's so worried about the costume. He went viral last fight. He's so worried about that. Nigga, he probably wasn't training like he supposed to, man.
That was the bell, though, player.
Shout out to the boxing boys. Keep doing your fucking thing. That's the get.
You the man. Chin. Bands. What up?
Yo.
All
right, say look, I just got in my car about to go somewhere, but hey, man, Dula. Obviously, it's not about him today, man. Like everybody said, that I just heard, man, it was a great night of boxing. And I want to start off with Frank Martin, bro. Like I know the previous caller said the guy was a cab driver, but I think Bartholomew, he was a 2-time division champion, right? If I didn't hear that wrong.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, obviously there was an age gap, right? The 9-year gap, and Frank Martin is very athletic, and it's strange that he didn't use that athleticism against Tank. You can show that he got nervous. He didn't show his full arsenal in that fight because he was twisting, turning, throwing right. I mean, it could have been the short hooks. It could have been a trainer. I know they say he got a new trainer, but man, that knockout was pretty impressive. I don't think he would have caught that or it would have been as aggressive in throwing that double hook with Wait, yeah, it was a straight left. So that double hook, and then he threw that straight left down the pipe. So yeah, man, I was impressed by that. I didn't really see much of the Oshaki Foster fight. I was on the game and shit, but then I came back and I watched the Roach versus Pitbull, and I love Pitbull. He's my guy. But they definitely robbed Roach last night. It was really close though. Well, I think it was like 113, 114 or something like that. I would have scored it. I was watching somebody talk about it. But yeah, man, I think Lamont Roach won that fight. You can see the politics was in it. And it's shameful, bro. But this guy's not at his natural weight, so he can always go down to 130, 135 and compete in some good matches down there. So yeah, man. I don't know if I want to see Shakur fight Oshaki Foster. I think Shakur is on another level. He's been proving that to me over the course of watching boxing. He needs to go handle business with Tio, which is going to be a hard ass fight. I don't have a pick in that fight right now. But then if he wins that 140 belt, you got the Richardson Hitchinsons, you got the Garrett Antoine Russells, who everyone is fearful of. I know he's not a big money draw, but he got that pop, man, and he's very athletic and aggressive. So, yeah, man, boxing is in good hands. Besides the politics, we need to get this shit right. Like, we need new judges. I don't know if it's younger people. I don't know if they connected with the right people to get the right calls or the right the right nods to make the choices. But yeah, I think Lamont Roach won that fight easily. Not as easily as he could have won it because he stayed in the pocket too fucking early. I don't understand that game plan. But yeah, man, it was a great night of boxing. I'm excited. I don't know when the next big boxing match is. I think it is the Teofimo and Shakur Stevenson. So I'm looking forward to see what they put on that undercard. And yeah, man, I appreciate the call, and I'm locked in.
You may feel like it's your time.
Yeah, man, we need some of the hardcores to tell us. Alex Vega, what else we got, man? I think this is probably the last big fight of the year. We got Curtis Robinson, member for 6 months on a prospect level. When Cool Boy lost to Inoue, a lot from him, really. Maybe he's missing the word took. It took a lot from him, really. We got Mad Bent, $5. Daily dose of Tankwheel. Mosley should have let hands go more. Ghost Bust Rancy. Roach won. Foster thawed Cool Boy. Lara put on for geriatrics. Curtis back with another 1 pound for pound, number 3 in the chat, $5. When Cool Boy got that first loss, it really took something out of him. Huang out of Houston. I'm so H-Town, there's codeine in my blood. Trizzy.
Yo, you doing all right?
You know it. Did you make it to where you went? Thailand? You in Thailand?
Yeah, I'm in Thailand, man. I went to Bangkok for my birthday. I'm in Pattaya now, man.
Shout out,
yeah,
man.
That was lit. Hey, man, the fight came on like at 10 o'clock in the morning. So that was like perfect for me, man. I caught Oshaki do his damn thing. Jesus Christ, that boy got some skills. To be honest, I had picked Fulton against him. Fulton, he just seemed like he more cerebral, but I was highly shocked. I felt like Fulton couldn't get out of second gear and fight, man. He was just stuck. And when he tried to get out of second gear, he was just behind, like a step behind. I was impressed. So shout out to Oshaki, man. You made me believe it for sure. I know he was a favorite, but I thought Stephen Fulton can pull it off. What else happened? Oh, the main event, man. So I didn't score the main event on paper because I would leave in Bangkok to go to Pattaya. But from watching the fight without scoring it, man, I think Roach pulled it out. But I don't really have a strong opinion about it because I can't say, hey, I had it this to this. You know what I mean? But I do think there's some things that I did appreciate about Roach. I like the fact how he stayed in the pocket. I mean, this could work against him, but I like how he stayed in the pocket, right? And because normally Pitbull throw about three or four hooks, right? So Pitbull tried to throw a hook, and Roach like, you ain't throwing another hook. Let me counter you. Boom. So he made you fight his fight. So I appreciate that. I mean, yeah, he got dropped. I mean, it's a part of the game, especially when you in the pocket like that. But I really appreciate what Roach did, man. I appreciate Pitbull too. Personally, I think Roach pulled it off, but that gotta be frustrating, man. Like for me to for a fighter to be considered great, they gotta be able to get over that hump. You know, they gotta get that one prestigious name on a box record to say, "Hey, I won." He didn't get it against Javante, which I think he should have got it. I had him winning. And he didn't get it against Pitbull, but Pitbull, he's a tough night out for everybody. He ain't like a slouch, you know what I mean? So I feel like if I'm Lamont, I got a chip on my shoulder. But I am glad he got a payday. I'm glad he didn't lose, because if he lost, then Pitbull would be like, "Hey Tank, you should fight me instead of this guy," you know. I mean, the narrative was already built like, "Hey, whoever wins, you know, they can ask for a Tank payday," which I think is stupid. But yeah, man, I really enjoyed the fight. I think it was great. The two fights that I did see, I didn't see Lara, but I heard he got like a UD.
Yeah,
I'm asking. Hello?
Laura had a good fight. You know,
You
Guzman,
may feel like it's your
he
time,
did his thing in terms
but it's
of
not
being
your
a good
time.
opponent, but Laura put hands on him.
Hey, that's my guy, man. The oldest champion out there, man. But I really did enjoy this weekend fight. It came on great time for me. It came on like 10 o'clock in the morning, so I wasn't tripping. But yeah, man, I'm finna let you go. I'm about to go out for my birthday, bro. Take it easy.
All right. Happy birthday, champ. Enjoy it. Be safe out there. Safe flight back. Bumpy. Yo, Bumpy. All right. Trying you again. All right. Christian. Christian got on mute. All right. Al in the Bay.
Yo, 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 what's up? What's up? Straight from the Bay Area.
What up?
And I watched the prelims, you know. Frank did his thing. Um, so gotta give him credit on that. Definitely pro for um Shane Mosley Jr. I thought Shane Mosley Jr. was gonna pull it off. He didn't.
Me too.
I didn't. Yep, I didn't see the fight. didn't really watch the main card. I tried to watch it on my Super Box, but for some reason, the only thing it gave me was the UFC fight for yesterday, and it gave me no boxing. The only boxing it gave me was that was boxing without gloves. Forgot what that thing called. When they just have hand wraps. That's the only boxing they gave me, which is interesting. So, um, yeah, I'm watching the main fight now with Roach and Cruz. I'm watching it without sound, just watching the highlights, the full highlights. Um, yeah, it still seemed like Roach won to me. Without the sound, you could see Roach is still connecting, even in a pocket. Cruz wasn't connecting like that on a like that. You know, he'd get off a couple of shots, but he'd be missing those hooks. Uh, but yeah, man, it seemed like when Roach, um, he got knocked down, but I wouldn't say he got knocked down, but his gloves did touch the canvas, so it's considered to be a knockdown. I think he just got hit. And he was like off balance, and he stumbled. Um, if he would have just stumbled to the ropes, I don't think they would have just called it a knockdown. Maybe they would have. Um, but I think he was just off balance because it didn't seem like he was hurt. You know, right now I'm up to like round 7, and it still seemed like Roach was winning to me. Um, yeah, man. Pitbull, there's a blueprint out for him. All you gotta do was box. And that's what Roach was doing at first. He was just boxing. Um, in the first round, he was boxing. And he was boxing in the second until he got clipped. Then, all the famous words from boxing. You gotta get your get back. So it seemed like he was just trying to get his get back, trying to get a knockdown. But it wasn't working. Yeah, I don't think he don't have enough power for 140. I don't think he have power for 140. 135, he probably got power for. Um, if he leave at 130, he might as well just drop the belt, man. If he take any other fight to 135, 130 pound fight, he should drop the belt or they should just strip him automatically. I think that would be best for the interest for everybody. When you're a champion, you take 2 fights away from your weight class, you should automatically be stripped. No question asked. I think that's beneficial for everybody. Yeah, man. It's an interesting fight though. You know, wouldn't mind seeing it one more time. Not on the pay-per-view fight. They shouldn't be the main card, but mind seeing it again. But that's my call.
All
Peace.
right. Corner store ride. What up?
You may feel like it's your time.
Gotta unmute. Corner store ride.
Miss, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what I tell you now? Remember the other day I told you, I asked you them 2 questions. I said, was Ryo a better mover? And then I said, was Rolly a better power puncher than, of course, than Lamont? I told you, all these people talking about, oh, the blueprint, the blueprint. Man, Pitbull did exactly what I expected him to do. He stood tall. I mean, of course, he started strong in the beginning, but I told you everything he was gonna do, man. It's not an easy outing. Like, I don't know what callers thought, like, oh, Lamont was so skilled, bro. We seen him against Tank, like, and he got a draw. For us casuals, Lamont Roach is a draw. Like that's what he's known for now. He gets draws. So I don't know, Ness. I felt good, man, because I ain't gonna lie, Ness. I put money on Pitbull. So when they kind of like canceled it out, I was like, all right, that's straight. But I don't know, Ness. Hey, Ness, what you like? Honestly, do you feel like it's worth the rematch though, or do you feel like I don't know if I really want to see it?
Man, it just depends if we giving each other options. If we saying, yo, immediate rematch, no options, then yeah. But if there's immediate rematch with options, yeah, I want to see Matias and Isak Cruz. Matias has been wanting that fight for a
Yeah,
minute. And let
that'd be
Lamont
hard.
fight Richardson Hitchens.
Ness, you don't think he should go down though, like just 135 at least?
Nah, he just was able to push back you know,
Pitbull. Yeah.
Pitbull.
Yeah, and shout out to Shocky, man. I ain't gonna lie, I lost that. Like, so you give me Crow, and then I had Fulton. Like, I don't know what the hell Fulton had going on. Like, he just looked it off. Like, he looked like he was scared to come in. Like, I don't know what kind of Stephen Fulton that was. I ain't never seen that in there. But as
Yeah,
far
he
as
was
as
shut
far as
down.
yeah, as far as Shocky, he did his thing. He looked better, way better than Conceição. Is that what his name was? When he faced Conceição, I forgot. I don't really know how you say it, but he talking all that shit now. You don't want to see Shakur like pipe down, bro. Like I know you
I mean,
got
I
that
think
win,
he
but
do. I think he do just simply because he already sparred him, bruh. And it's a big money fight for him too.
yeah, I agree. I see that they be going back and forth on Twitter, so I like that. After we finish off Tio, I mean, shot the mandatory now. So if Shakur want to do that, we'll handle that next. But I'm gonna keep listening. Man, shout out to Boxer Boys. Shout out to the whole panel, man.
All right. What up, Tom?
What up? Chillaquiles. Man, great win for the Fire Stick Boys last night, man. Great win. Great successful night for the Fire Stick Boys. We streaming Fire Stick Boys back outside. Yeah, man. That wasn't worth no $80, man. If they would have put Frank Martin on the main card, that might have been worth something. Because Frank Martin, if Frank Martin would have got cooked, I would have been up here slandering. But that he won in fire fashion with aura, put this man to sleep, possible knockout of the year candidate. I got to give Frank Martin all the props, man. The man is back. The tank money did not get to his head. All them diamonds that he got on now, them buffs, he lit, man. Lucero, that brother looked nice. Salute that man up there. Shane Mosley Jr., man. Being a snack baby, he did not impress me. He did not impress me. His snack genes didn't activate.
I mean, they did on his chin. He was taking shots from Big AZ.
Yeah. But Ramos fight like Lobo. So Ramos about to get cooked here in the near future. I don't think that style can last against better competition. I can see where Lobo get that style from, which is nasty. Lara, that nigga, somebody got to pack him up, man. Somebody got to pack him up. I'm hearing that
he
gonna
be hard, man. That man's power carry late. He accurate.
I know, but they saying he want to fight Bud Crawford, and that's right down Bud Crawford's alley. Get somebody at the right time. This the right time to get Lara. So I think a Bud Crawford Lara fight would be fire.
Don't nobody want that shit. Why you even bringing that up?
That's what Lara said. He said he want to fight Bud.
We don't
get him
care
at the
what
right
Lara
time.
said, man. Lord, he's trying to get that final payday on the way out. He good.
And Shocky, would you consider that a masterclass? That shit look incredible. Lord,
yeah, I mean, shit. That was like Mayweather Canelo. When you only let a dude win one round or no rounds, yeah, it gotta be master.
Yeah, that shit was incredible. And we gotta see if Shakur can get past Tio, we need to see that fight because that's real hatred for somebody. And I think that'll be a good fight. I need to see Shaq versus Shakur. But I guess Shakur going to stay at 140 or go to 147. we're holding back ducking allegations until after the Tio fight, because if he does fight Conor Benn after the Tio fight, that means that's another fighter that has ducked Dev Dollars, Devin the Dream, Debo Haney, like Rolly did yesterday when he blatantly said, "I will never fight Devin. I don't want nothing."
Wild.
That was crazy. I said, "This is a grown man that said this in public. That's crazy." And the main event, I don't want to draw to any occlusions. I don't want to draw for. I don't want to go back to the drawing board. But Lamont Roach is a draw machine. Back-to-back draws. The man ain't want to fight in 3 years. You got to get out of PBC, man. You got to get out of there, bro. They didn't want to hand you the keys last night, gang. They were supposed to give you the Tank keys, and they was like, nah, Pitbull might need them keys. Since David Benavidez really ain't over here like that, we need a Mexican to run Mexican boxing. But I like how Lamont Sanat switched his game plan up after the brawling. But I think he should have did that shit earlier. And Pitbull showed another wrinkle to his game, man. Salute Pitbull, man. I didn't know he could use lateral movement and he can turn into a boxer like that, man. Salute Pitbull, but
man, he wasn't even effective. He started boxing to get that pressure off his ass. This is crazy.
He was getting cooked, man. But
people keep giving this man credit for using his legs, but it's like you using the legs because Lamont took your game plan away. He put you on a back foot. Am I missing something?
But I'm saying that's an IQ that he had to go to an adjustment. I thought Pitbull would just be like, fuck it, it's plan A. He went to plan B. And nobody's ever backed up Pitbull like that. So that was epic, man. And
yeah, and that's why. So then why should he get credit for fake boxing?
You think that was fake boxing? Damn. Lord, child. But yeah, man, Lamont Sanat almost did a backflip when he got knocked down. That couldn't be Tank Davis. Couldn't be Tank. Tank wasn't doing no back. Tank only do backflips off the top rope. And
you seen Tank trying to tell people that like basically like I told y'all Frank had power.
Where Tank say that at?
You know Twitter. You know he always come out whenever his victims fight.
Oh shit. Yeah, man, but hey, that Frank Martin win aging good. The Tank Bowl did not impress. I don't know how that aged as far as the Tank Bowl. But hey, man, that Frank Martin, I want to see Frank Martin Hitchens, man. Hitchens, stop, bro. Stop, bro. Get a big fight, bro. Get a big fight.
What he say? He responded on Twitter already?
Yeah, he always will say, oh, they want to come with the big dog, but end up fighting somebody like Kambosos. Stop, bro. Just get us a big fight, bro. Do it once.
He gonna move up.
Brian Norman? That's crazy. He gonna fight Brian Norman.
Good fight.
That is a good fight. That is a good fight. With trash talk. But you fell asleep, huh?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro. And I tried to stay up. I seen you live. I'm like, I don't know how he doing it. You was live since like 5 Eastern.
Yeah, I was like for a long ass time.
I'm like, bro, it's 11 o'clock. 5 Eastern is 6 and a half hours later by the time they came out. I would have been on here yawning trying to do that. Eyes watering. It's just too much. They gotta get that shit together, bro.
Yeah.
It don't make sense. I don't know who they waiting on. I don't know why more East Coast people ain't complaining. I don't know. But Fire Stick Boys is outside. So that whole angle that they wait in the last minute for the ring walks to get as many pay-per-view bro, that's cat. Them streams wasn't even buffering. That's how good they was.
Crisp.
And the shit's on YouTube. I woke up. I mean, I ain't had to do nothing. I ain't text nobody. I ain't asked for shit. I just put Cruz-Roach, the whole fight on YouTube.
Yesterday, they had some YouTube channel. I'm not going to blow up their spot, but we watched the fucking, the whole Mosley Ramos fight on YouTube.
Crazy.
That shit was crispy. I was like, damn, but they cut the feds got that shit, but yeah, the rest of them shits was crispy, man. They got to change that shit. Wasn't worth no $80, bro.
Bro, no pay-per-view in this day and age worth $80 when you could take that shit for bro. My own lady was like, "This a link?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" That shit was HD, bro. She like shared on the that was the only thing when I tried to share from my computer to the TV. The version of the share on TV, it just got real slow. Like I put it on 0.5 on YouTube or some shit. So
Right.
the audio was moving at the same pace, but the fight was moving at 0.5. So I'm like, all right, man, I can't screen share it. Fuck it. We gonna watch this on a laptop. But yeah, it just ain't worth it, bro. They gotta do better. They gotta do better when there's so many alternatives out there at that level of quality.
Yeah.
Cool
night though. Cool night though.
What I ain't hear no pack him up, get him out of boxing for Stephen Fulton, man. He got cooked.
Oh yeah. Pack him up, man. Pack him up. I did not like the Tyler Perry braids. I didn't like that. He looked like an extra on a Prison Break movie on ABC. It just looked levels of him getting cooked, man. I was like, damn, like people really be protected. Cause maybe that's his limit down there. But again, always remember that's Inoue's best win too. Yeah, so you Inoue fans, yeah, take that L, nigga. That's your best win that got fucking cooked out there. Inoue down bad. Inoue down there might be fighting Al Bundy niggas, man. Some poke high niggas down there. That's your best win, bro. Respectfully.
I got Mr. Wagner. What up?
Hello.
Yo.
Yo. Mr. Gibla. Two-tone the superstar. How y'all doing this morning?
Chilling.
What up?
Man, what's up, man? You know, first and foremost, man, salute to the community. You know what I'm saying? So of course, you know, I was never gonna pay for that last night, man. $90, they got me tripping, bro. But I was out eating, man. So I rushed home, man, and got home in the middle of the 7th round of the Lara fight, man. And I was kind of like, you know, it was kind of underwhelming, but at the same time, you know, Laura trained all that time for an opponent that fall from an opposite stance or whatnot, and had that last minute replacement. So maybe it was just a little too late to reprogram everything, even though he still won and whatnot, you know. So then I watched that. Then we watched the what was that, Cool Boy, the Cool Boy, what's his face, Foster. Yeah, man. Pray for Cool Boy, man. So some might not be right with that man in mind, man. No, he said he got a lot of issues taking place right now. He's like his heart, his mind, he ain't got nothing involved in it right now, man. He just stare, he a body.
Yeah, he hopped on Twitter after he missed weight and said, y'all don't even know what happened. And then Twitter just started destroying him and he deleted the tweet.
Yeah, I seen that. Like, people was like, why even say something if you ain't gonna fucking elaborate? Like, y'all don't know what happened. It should be y'all don't know what happened. You know, I got high blood sugar and I just found out. Not look, y'all don't know what happened. Like, the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely, I feel that, man. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, that we would like some kind of reason, and it'd be nice to have it. But at the end of the day, we still gonna beat them up for it no matter what it is. We're really not gonna accept it at the moment.
You ain't lying.
Gonna shit on it at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. And then we watched that Roach Pitbull, man. Listen, I think Roach won. Honestly, I think Roach won. But I feel like, how you say this, man? If it makes sense, he earned a draw. I feel like he won, but he could have earned that draw. And looking at that fight, I could see how from either side somebody could have said the other person won. Even though I feel that Roach won. I feel that Roach won, but I can understand how somebody feels that the other person won, a draw, a loss for any other person. So I'm not mad with that. But Roach got to do something, man. Roach got to do something to really separate himself, man. You know, he getting up there, getting. He's not. pulling himself away from the pack, man. He's just there. He's not losing, but he's not winning. He's not losing, but he's
Yeah.
not. So it's kind of sucks for him. Kind of, you're going on these world tours, man. You're doing 30,000 interviews and can't get a W. Get it? He's got. But at the same time, though, bro, I couldn't understand when I was watching that fight why he was banging with him in the beginning. Then when you see in the second half of the fight when Pitbull was forced to box, I was like, hey, Roach really just broke this man's mind.
Yeah, stage too big.
Roach broke Pitbull's mind because Pitbull thought he was going to stop Roach early, man. He was putting them hands on him when he couldn't do it. And that's when Roach started boxing his head off, landing that left hook at will. He was killing him with that left hook all night. Killing him with that left hook. But at the same time, bro, I feel like it's those early rounds. It's those early rounds that, influence the decision of the fight. I really feel like if Frank had it, not Frank, what's his face? Your boy. If Roach had it this box beautifully, man, from round 1 to the end, that would have been a clean sweep. It'd have been a clean sweep because Pitbull didn't have nothing for him, man. But it is what it is, bro. It happened. You know what I'm saying? I didn't make any official picks on the show, but I was on the Discord last night, man, and I did pick your boy Roach, man. So go ahead and give me that crow, man. Y'all with me? Yeah. I appreciate that, man. I'm about to drink me a little coffee to wash that down. So y'all brothers enjoy y'all day, all right?
Pause. Do you see Pitbull doing the freaky mimosas tongue thing?
Yeah.
I said, what's going on? I ain't never seen Pitbull that animated in my life before.
Yeah, he said he felt like Roach said he felt like he frustrated Pitbull, and Pitbull was saying he felt like he frustrated Roach, and that's why he did it. So I don't know.
Yeah, I did not like the point deduction either. I think that was absolutely disgusting. It could be a deeper, darker where they looked in the crowd like, damn, this man Pitbull can bring in 10 bands worth of people, like 10,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but that point deduction was nasty. Without that, I think Pitbull wins, right?
Yeah, I mean, because he got a knockdown. But that point deduction was warranted, man. His little dirty ass. He tried to shoulder bump again. He did the head button all day. And then he was low blowing like a motherfucker. It should have been 2 points to taken, man. Or at least a earlier warning. He was beating them. He was beating them to the nuts, man. That shit is shit ain't right. But SDX Renzi.
Yo. Shout out to BV. Early morning show with it. Appreciate you, Ness. Shout out to Two Tone, the superstar. Man, it was some good squabbles last night. As my boy Two Tone alluded to a little bit, man, it was the battle of the tank opponents. To see who was gonna rise to stardom next. You feel me? And I feel like Frank Martin about to go on his Pitbull cruise run, where everybody gonna big up him and see how far this knockout streak or this power run gonna last. So shout out to Frank. He did what he's supposed to do. Shocky. That was a really good fight. I like what Shock did, but like the last caller said, Fulton ain't been the same since he came back from Japan or whatever.
Whoa, come on, y'all gotta stop with that. He won titles after that.
Yeah, man, but I feel like he wasn't where he was before he went over there to me. Yeah, you could come over and get another win.
Okay, so he on his Devin Haney. He afraid to get hit.
That's
shell
what
shot.
I'm feeling.
He shell shot.
I feel like he gotta have that Devin Haney moment where the Brian Norman. You feel me? You gotta turn that shit all the way back on, and and come back and get it. And I wasn't seeing that last night. And Shock bought the fight to him. And he just, I don't know, bro. I didn't like how it looked. Um um I think I missed one fight in between, but the last fight, that Roach Pitbull fight, man, to me, and we was talking about this shit in the back hall, damn near to to 2, 3 in the morning last night. But I feel like, again, like the last caller said, me watching it, I personally would say, I want to say I feel like Roach should have won, but again, I could see it going both ways, and even the draw, because it was like in the beginning, I felt like he wanted the box, and then it was like he felt like, oh shit, this shit might not work. You feel me? He's seeing that Pitbull going to that body. Pitbull was digging that body. Now, some of them shits was low, Ness, but again, if he hitting them on the belt line, them shits is clean, bro. We can't say fucking belt lines is low blows. Even though that shit gonna make it, that shit still hurts your nuts. If a nigga hit you on that waist protector and he lifting that bitch up, that shit gonna hurt your nuts. But that to me is not a low blow, just personally. So I feel like when he seen when Pitbull was digging that body, he was like, I gotta switch it up. Shout out to Roach for the adjustment. So when he started standing in the pocket, I respected it because, again, like you said, Ness, ain't nobody really stood in that pocket with Pitbull and made him rethink about his game. Then it go back to what Two Tone said. Pitbull made the adjustment, and when I even seen him try to move again, it didn't look good. It wasn't crazy effective, but even him to be able to lock in and be like, "Hey, this shit that I'm trying to do ain't gonna work. Let me move around a little bit." I feel like that's where Roach supposed to stood. He's supposed to really boxed his ass then, but it was like Roach laid off, and even his pops was in the corner like, "Hey, bruh, what the fuck you doing? You know where we at. You know what we gotta do. Don't goddamn take your foot off the gas, because basically we ain't got favor here." And he going back to the corner every round after that, because that's when he started doing the little matador shit with Pitbull. And his dad telling him, "Hey, bro, stop all that cute shit and keep your foot on his neck. This how we gonna get our win. They not gonna give us shit." And I feel like Roach let off. So in them last 4 rounds, that's really was the throw to me, because if you look at the last 4 rounds on both of the judges' scorecards that scored it a draw, he won 2 and he lost 2. If he would have got them last 4 rounds, Roach would have won the fight, even with the point deduction that they gave Pitbull. But I felt like he let 2 of them ones be a swing, because all Pitbull did was give a flurry at the last 15 seconds. And he let him steal that round. So it's like, bruh, you really kind of gave up the fight. But you feel me? That judging should be so subjective.
Yep.
Some of them rounds could have went either way. But again, this shit was a good fight. Like I told them last night, man, I think he should get that back. Instant rematch, man. They wanted the instant tank rematch. Let Lamont get his pit bull right back, man. What y'all think? No rematch?
I'll take it because Pitbull, I mean, Lamont don't got nothing out there really. Ain't nobody really, really, really raising a hand for him. Only one that got an option is Pitbull, right? Like, Subriel Matias is and has been asking for that fight. So, yeah, it kind of goes on Pitbull.
When you said that, Ness, I was thinking, what if we get Pitbull and Matias, and then what about because I think they both in the
Frank
same
and
round, right?
Roach, though. Frank and Roach.
Yes, Frank and Roach. I think that'll be a good squabble. I like that, Frank and Roach.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, shout out to you, Ness, man. Shout out to Star too, man. I definitely wanted to make the event last night, but I ended up at that fucking Bama versus Georgia, and my team got scorched, man. So, so shout out to her for hosting the event. I told her keep me in the TBV family, and next time I'm gonna catch your event. Shout out TBV, y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man.
All right.
Salute.
Bobby Cuts. Bobby. Bobby Cuts. Bobby Cuts. Going once. Going twice. Tito Lavos.
Yeah. Good morning, gentlemen.
What up?
Hold on, let me get us out of this garage real quick. Tone, how it goes, man?
Chilling.
Whew, I just woke up too, man. Ain't nothing like TVB in your cup. Who used to say that? Remember that?
The dude from Memphis.
Yeah. I
James
literally
Payne.
just woke up. James Payne, that's right. Shout out to him. I hope he's doing well. Man, I missed the Frank Martin fight, man. I was zooming over there. I took my grandson to a movie, man, and when I got on the phone with baby, she was like, oh, it's over. I'm like, ah, shit. Anyway, so I got to see Oshaki go, and typical Oshaki, it take him a minute to get started. Man, but he beat Cool Boy pillar to post. I seen the deck, man. I seen that snowball moving like round 4. I was like, oh man, here we go. You know, I think by round 4, Jerron was gone. I seen him in the background in that pink hoodie, man. You know, I look up round 4, he gone already. I'm like, damn, it's all bad for Philly today. But that was a great display of boxing, man.
Boots was gone. Damn.
Yeah, I was like, oh man. I was telling the homegirl, I was like, look, he ain't even there no more. You can tell who winning by the dude right there in the pink hoodie. Round 2, his hoodie was up, glasses was on. Round 4, he was out. Anyways, but Oshaki showed out, man. That was a great fight. You know, the Pitbull, the main event was crazy. I was probably the most entertaining ugly fight I've seen in a long time. The low blows was out of pocket. The showboating from Pitbull, I never seen that before.
Word.
He like one of the bad guys in Apocalypto. I was like, what the fuck is this? What's going on here? That shit was really out of character for him. And I don't know how to take that. I don't know how to feel about that. But shout out to those two for putting on an entertaining ass fight. Right? Now, I think maybe that point that was taken from Pitbull was out of sympathy because he had missed 3 or 4 other low blows prior to that. So he was like, fuck it, I'm gonna take this one. And he took the least obvious one, the one on the belt line. I don't agree him taking a point when he did, but he probably should have took a point earlier than that. But if it wasn't for that point, Pitbull would have won that fight. And quite honestly, I'm kind of happy for Lamont Roach for the draw because I am and I'm not. You know, one, and I hate to be this guy. Tank has less shits to talk about Lamont because I can't stand a man who'll talk a bunch of shit but won't step out and fight. You know what I mean? And it's obvious Tank don't want to see Lamont, and I feel like with this draw, it kind of leaves it up in the air. And an immediate rematch with a Lamont win would be I wouldn't be mad at that. You know, what y'all think?
Immediate
And how did y'all
rematch
think?
with who? With Isak or with Tank?
Yeah, with Isak. Tank ain't gonna give him no rematch.
Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't mind that as long as, you know, the Matias fight not on the table.
Yeah. You know, I feel like, you know, how did y'all think? I couldn't hear your monologue in the morning, man. I was passed out. But what do you think? What do you guys think about the fight? How it went?
Which one?
The main event, the Isak Cruz.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Lamont did enough, man. I feel like Isak backed up off the gas in the later half. He tried to become Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney and start boxing and use lateral movements and jabs. And
Like,
that
what the hell?
was a direct, you know, response to Lamont beating him to the body and, you know, walking him down.
Yeah, that was a trip watching him do the Devin Haney shuffle. You know what I mean? I was like, holy shit, look at him. And shout out to him and shout out to Isaac because he took Lamont off of his game plan when he knocked him down. Was that the second or third round?
Maybe the
But
fourth.
knocking him down, kind of the fourth, yeah. So knocking him down kind of brought him out of his character and made him change the game plan. And you know, it takes a great fighter to get a great fighter to do that. You know, I did notice that Pitbull was using the jab in the beginning rounds, which was to me was encouraging. I was like, damn, look, the man is evolving. But yeah, I think that I think you're right. A rematch is warranted. I don't know what it does for the landscape of 140. I don't know if he's staying up there, but I like the last caller's idea, Roach and Martin. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's my call, fellas. Y'all be smooth.
All right.
Yeah, I was
Bobby,
listening
cut.
to Coach Hack, and
Yeah,
he
y'all hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, Bobby.
Yeah, you know, it's another stellar PBC card. You know, they keeping boxing alive and not none of that turkey shit. And they just stack names on mismatches and they expect people to pay $80 to watch Benavidez use Yard as a heavy bag. You know what I'm saying? It was competitive boxing. You know, Oshaki Foster with the masterclass on Stephen Fulton. That was a real masterclass, not like the Devin Haney shit against Norman, where he didn't do shit for 8 rounds, but hold this nigga. That was a true masterclass. Oshaki, I want to see that Shakur
He ain't
fight.
getting no knockdown like Devin Haney, man. You must have forgot.
That was a flash knockdown. He didn't even go. His butt didn't even
flash
touch the
knockdown.
Man.
You crazy?
He didn't even touch his leg. His knee hit the canvas. His back didn't even touch the
have mercy.
That knockdown what Pitbull did to Roach was a knockdown. Pitbull beat the brakes off of Roach.
That wasn't even a knock. If anything, that wasn't a knockdown. Lamont never went down. His hand touched. You
Roach
forgot?
stepped him from flying up into the audience.
You forgot his hand touched. That was it.
The ropes kept him from flying into the audience. That nigga did the moonwalk, then the Harlem Shake. It was bad for Lamont. He got pieced up. Look at his face. His lip is fat. He looked like got that fucked up picture of Crawford.
Look at Isak eye.
Well, I ain't see his eye. You know what I'm saying? But Cruz was looking
Go
like
check that right eye.
Motherfucker. That motherfucker was sidestepping him, tearing his ass up. He was fucking Bulmachenko. He was piecing up Lamont Roach when he started that box, start showing his body. He was styling on him. Styled on Lamont Roach. They go rob Pitbull because they don't want no guy who looks like he's a kindergarten to be the face of Mexican boxing. That's all that shit was. It's because he's short. You know what I'm saying? He beat the brakes off Lamont Roach. You know, I told y'all Frank Martin was gonna get the knockout. He did that in emphatic fashion. Like it wasn't even no highlight real knockouts on Turkey card. That was a devastating knockout Frank Martin did with that straight left that absolutely buried Bartholomew. You know what I'm saying? Sent him to the upper room. You know, how can you be mad at that card? We got a master class. We got a draw.
Frank was on a stream. That was free. That wasn't part of the card, man.
That was. Oh yeah, that's probably why I see. Okay, but you know, it's still they should have put it on the card. You know, but now Frank Martin he gonna be on the next one because he got that knockout. They gonna make sure to put him on the card next time. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm still sorry for Isaac Cruz. I feel like he keep getting robbed. Felt he got robbed against Rayo, who just ran. He didn't really do shit. Another stat. Cruz.
You diabolical. My man said he got robbed against Rayo. Lord.
Yeah, man. Rayo ain't do shit but run and jab. He was landing hooks
out of
on Rayo.
control, man.
No, Pitbull got robbed. And then he destroyed Frank Martin. I mean, Lamont Roach to the body. He landed 40 more body shots than Lamont Roach. He crushed Lamont Roach to the body. He hurt Lamont Roach to the body. He beat Lamont Roach ass. I'm just keeping it a buck. He fucked Lamont up. Lamont don't want that rematch. Pitbull was like, let's run it back then. Lamont Roach, he didn't really seem like
you may feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
All right, champ. We got Sean. What up?
How's it going, Ness?
All good.
How's Mojo? Yeah, what's happening? First of all, I find it laughable to hear you complain about the time. Do you know what time the main event came on in London?
Bro, but you talking about London. None of these fighters was from the UK, man.
Yeah, I know, man, but just to hear you complain about the time was funny, man. It was 5 a.m, so I missed the.
Do you get any main events that are domestic fights at 11:35 walkout p.m.? UK time.
No, it's about 10 o'clock the most.
All right,
It's
so
about 10 p.m.
I'm within my right to complain, bro. They doing some weird shit to cater to everyone else except us. It's like, man, I'm happy I stole that shit.
Well, you're out of control for that, man. But also the prelims. Shane Mosley was doing good. He gets hit too much. His defense doesn't quite match his offensive ability. It was quite hard to watch him. I thought he was about to get knocked out. Now, damn, if, get knocked out in front of your dad, man, it's gonna be bad. But he went the distance. But can Ramos make 54? Because I don't think he's a natural 60-pounder though.
Can who make 164? I'm lost.
No, 154. Can Ramos make 154? Because I don't think he's a natural.
Yeah, he had his last fight. He didn't do too good, so he said he was thinking about going back down. But then they offered him this 60-pound interim title, so I guess that's where he stood. But if you go back to the last fight, he was complaining that he was thinking of going back down to 54. So he obviously could make both.
Okay. Yeah, and Frank Martin did well. I thought he was, just like a lot of people said, that guy was made it look very difficult for him. See that Bartholomew guy? Has he got a brother? I'm sure there's 154.
Yeah, he got a brother.
That's
I think it's Luendi or Eldy, some shit like that.
Yeah. I think I actually dropped to 140. But anyway, it's good that Martin's back. I'm happy that Lara didn't fight Jenny back. He would have got hurt fighting Jenny back. That type of condition that I saw him in. So I think that's a good thing that Jenny back got caught. But speaking of that, what do you think of the WBC making the main event an interim title though? Don't you think that's a bit more shady stuff going on from them?
The main event was always for the interim. You must be talking about Foster's fight.
Yeah. So they didn't change the rules halfway through it.
For the Foster fight, Fulton missed weight for the 130-pound actual title fight, and because he missed weight, they made it for a 135-pound interim fight. So yeah, I got a problem with the WBC doing that for sure. That was pretty pretty strange.
Just to make some extra money.
I think it was more about not wanting to give the money back, right? Like, I'm pretty sure those dudes aren't Crawford, so they already paid. And it's like, man, we ain't giving you that shit back. Here go another belt.
And lastly, Thornton Smith isn't on Matisse's level. Say if he gets seriously hurt against Matisse, like, where do we stand with that? Because I don't think
if
that
he
should
dies,
be
he dies, bro. That's part of this sport. He's the mandatory. He's the mandatory, bro. He's got to get his shot.
No, but the WBC need to look into letting these fighters fight with banned substances. I don't think it's right. I think it's something.
Well, it's
really
not the WBC. It's just they're the most popular, so you guys gravitate to their name. It's New York State Athletic Commission that allowed the fight to take place.
Oh, okay.
All the WBC can do is revoke their sanction of the fight. That's all they can do.
If Jenny Beck shouldn't have been allowed to fight, I don't think Matthias should be allowed to fight. This is where I stand on that. Because,
Well, Johnny Beck wasn't Matthias. Matthias was under the allowable limit in New York. While WADA, World Anti-Doping Agency, has a zero tolerance and no threshold for Osterine, New York, who's the commission for the fight, they do have a threshold, and they allowed the fight to happen because of that.
Thanks for educating me. But I read somewhere that WBC is raising the levels of Osterine.
It's negative. That's not true. You didn't read that, and if you read that, whoever wrote it is a liar. They did not raise the levels. New York has a threshold of 0.1, and they allowed their sanction to remain on the fight because they, WBC, let New York handle the case, just like Ryan's case with Devin, and they went with New York's decision that he was under their limit. Has nothing to do with the WBC. They're just the most hated.
Oh, okay, that's thanks for letting me know about that. I take it easy. Great show.
All right. Tommy, Florida. Tommy. Tommy.
Big Tommy.
Big If. What up?
Yo, you hear me?
Yep.
Yo, salute, man. Salute top of the morning and all that. Salute Tone, salute Ness. Yo, UK son, yo, I fucks with the UK. Got my peoples out there too, but son is wildin', man. Talking about raising the threshold and all that, man. Son is a wild boy. Salute to you, man. Yo, but great fights last night, man. I was enjoying it. But before I got to the PBC card, I was disappointed last night, man. I remember I mean SX, he had mentioned Alif, I believe that's her name is. Alif.
Yeah,
And boy,
Body and Beatrice.
oh, that broke my heart, son. She bodied
Mine
my
too.
boot. Like, man, damn. Yo, this is my first time really paying attention to the Alif chick, man. Yo, she punches like Wilder, man. What you think, man? She got strength though, right?
I mean, she definitely gave me Pitbull vibes. I don't know about Wilder. She was wide with them left and right hooks, but it did the job. It really fucking
Did
knocked
the
out my
job.
girl, man.
She boomed, son, man. I was like, damn, son. Like, yo, that's crazy, man. I was disappointed, but now my eyes is on her, man. Shout out to Amin of Essex for putting us on, man. My eyes is on Shorty now from now on. But last night's fight was dope, man. I had to watch on Frank's fight twice, man. I don't know if I've never really paid attention to his style, but he kind of seemed like he got the ghost of Loma mixed with a little bit of Tio, man. So I was like, yo, he was doing his thing last night. I don't know if it was a change of trainers or whatever, or maybe I never really paid attention, but I was jacking Duke last night, man. Great fight. Lara too. Lara, even though he's aging and all that, I don't know what son real age is, but seems like because he's aging, he's not able to move his feet like that, so he got to plant the feet down and throw some power shots, and that was entertaining too last night. And of course, man, I was jacking that. But great fights overall. Jockey Foster and Nunez, I was jacking the fights, man. The main fight, I don't really know, man. I gave it to Roach, but I wasn't really too excited, man. But the rest of the card, I was excited about that. I just want to call in, shout y'all out, great fights, and I'm out, man. I'm gonna go back to listening on YouTube and all that, man. Shout out to y'all. I'm out. Peace.
All
Salute.
right. We got Christian.
All right, what up, Ness?
What up?
Can you hear me? All right.
Yep.
What up, Ness? What up, Tone?
What
We
up?
just had a super duper great card, especially because it was free 99. We know we fire stick that joint. But man, let's get straight to it. Roach and Cruz, man, I felt I'm super pissed with Roach. I feel like he let Pitbull steal the rounds in the last seconds with these eye-catching shots. You know, I think Roach was doing phenomenal on that mid-range, but you know, I don't know what to do. You know, I gotta go on Monday back to work and go and get chopped on from all these paisas that I betted money on against Cruz. You know.
I mean, it's a draw. You good?
Nah. They're gonna. These guys are gonna be like, oh, he dropped Roach. You know, he they robbed Cruz. So I'm just like, I just can't defend Roach. You know, I feel like he could have done more. He should have stepped on the gas, especially because like he had Cruz frustrated. But it is what it is. You know, the boxer in me had Roach winning these rounds, but you know, you can't do what Roach did against an aggressive fighter in Cruz. But it is what it is. Foster did a great job. Did a shutout. I did not expect that from him, especially versus he had the previous fights against Codiciao.
But hey, what you thought about that fight with Lucero?
Good fight, man.
You think so?
Hell yeah.
You think he was not getting? You think he was not getting clipped too much?
I mean, it's his style though.
Yeah.
He's giving you that war you looking for.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You thought it was a good stoppage, or you thought it was a too early stoppage?
Nah, I think it was decent. What about
Was
you?
decent. Nah, I feel like he could have let it. The bell rang. Could have let it go out one more round and see what's up. You know, but it is what it is. Frank did. Frank low key. Impressed me. I didn't think he was gonna go out and do that. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, that
But
was lit.
yeah, nah, I catch y'all. See what's up. Hopefully, Roach can go back to the drawing board and see what's up. I think that Subriel Matias and Pitbull Cruz is gonna be a good fight. I think they should do that instead of that rematch.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's
Big
not your time.
Conroy, what up?
Yo,
You.
good morning, TBV. What's up, Ness? What's up, Two-Tone?
What up?
What up?
Yeah, I think Frank did what he was supposed to do. Honestly, like, they're both on a layoff. Bro, what was he, like 39? They said he was. He was
Yep.
on an even longer layoff. Yeah, like I think it was a great knockout, but Frank did what he had to do. You know what I mean? I think that's what he was supposed to do with a guy like that. I did not expect Fulton to get dominated like that. I was going for Fulton. I like him, so he just couldn't get out of that fucking. Foster was just locked in, bro. I'm watching that shit. And I'm just like, yo, the way Fulton was getting dominated like that. I think if Foster had a little bit more power or was a little bit more aggressive, he would have got Fulton out of there. Honestly, he just couldn't get past the jab. He wasn't. His combinations were just. I mean, I feel like he was just winging a lot of shots, just a lot of like empty hooks and shit, and he just couldn't get in and get off any good combinations. I thought the next fight, Roach and Cruz, I thought Roach won personally. That shit pissed me off. I think in the later half of the fight, Cruz didn't really do shit. Roach was in control, kind of kept him at bay, landed the cleaner shots, the bigger shots. They both had a point deduction, Roach being knocked down and out the low hits. So it really cancels out, and I just think he controlled the second half of the fight. So that shit kind of pissed me off, honestly. I don't know what they were seeing there. To give Cruz 115, 111 is crazy in my eyes. I mean, he was landing, good power shots, good body shots. Obviously, I think that's the only thing he had on Roach was the body shots. But everything else, I think Roach was in control, though. I mean, I don't know. That shit kind of had me pissed. I'm a fan of Roach now, honestly, because that Tank fight. So I wanted to see him win, and I don't know. I think he should have got the win, and I think he can take on a lot of guys at 140. Or I don't know what he's doing after this, dropping back down or what. I don't know what his plans are. But great fight, great card. I feel like the Lara fight was boring. I kind of was excited for that. I kind of started watching Jana Beck a little bit more. I've seen a couple of his fights, but I don't know him that well. But I know what kind of power he has and what kind of fighter he is. So I was like, all right, that'll be a good fight. You know what I mean? I don't think I ever watched Lara. I just heard y'all talk about him, and I've seen some highlights. So I was like, all right, that'll be a cool fight. I thought Jana Beck was gonna win, but that shit was just boring. Who was the first fight? Was that Luce? No, that was prelims, right? Who was the first fight on the card?
The first one, it wasn't Lucero.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta check the bout sheet.
I can't even remember right now, honestly.
I'll find out in a bit. Give me a few seconds. Nunez was first.
Okay, I don't even know if I watched that fight, honestly. Yeah, I think I got to that fight like halfway through, so I didn't even watch that fight. I can't even comment on it. Looked like a good fight though, from what I
Yeah,
seen.
Luis Nunez, the Dominican with the braids. He was fighting Sosa. That was a good fight. That was actually a really good fight. I didn't know who the fuck Sosa was. He did good. Nunez, obviously, he could have worked a little bit harder. Maybe let his hands go a little bit more. He still won, fair and square, but he could have let his hands go a little bit more. He's a little bit conservative, looking for counter punches, but that was a good fight.
He's undefeated, right?
Nunez, yes.
Yeah, and what they fight at? What weight they fight at?
26.
26.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what Fulton's doing. Going up and missing a weight, I don't know if he's going back down to 126. So, you think he's going to vacate that belt?
Fulton don't have a belt. It was Foster that won the belt.
I thought Fulton had a belt at 126.
Oh, maybe you're right, man. I don't know. I would have to check. Let me see. If he had
I think he was going up for Foster's belt at 30, right?
Did he have a strap to fight before? Yeah, he had a WBC to fight before with Brandon Figueroa, so maybe he still got it. I'm not sure.
Okay. And they fought for an interim at 135,
but
right,
I did see tweets of both of them saying neither one was going to lose their belts, but I'm just not sure that Fulton actually had it going into that fight.
I mean, I don't see what goes from here with Fulton. I mean, he missed 130, and then they fought at 135. He missed for an interim. He lost that. So I mean, I don't know if he's going to be able to go back down to 126 and still fight for that belt, or he's just going to see if he can make 130. I don't know. We'll see. That's all I got though. Oh, it was a good card though. I thought Roach should have won. Y'all have a good one, bro.
You too, champ.
Salute.
Pat Bondero. What up?
Two draws in 1 year.
So you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, shout out to you, Ness. Shout out to you. Is it who's with you?
Just me and Tone.
Oh,
in the
shout
building.
out to you, to Tone, the super estrella. Hey, shout out to you
Salute.
guys for being here on a Sunday. You know. Yeah, good card yesterday. The fight I was particularly interested in was I was until like Fulton really like missed weight. But yeah, man, like first, like I like Fulton, but it shows that he hasn't been fighting fighters that are fast like Foster. Foster had like really good, I think it was an underrated fighter, Foster, because he fought like that Brazilian guy, Conceição, I think, Conceição. And Conceição is very awkward. He's a very difficult fighter to fight, the Brazilian guy. So, like a lot of people were a bit down on Foster, but it shows that when you fight someone that has like regular boxing standards, he's got better attribute. He's faster, and what I was impressed really with Foster is that he actually did. Usually, he tends to retrieve quite a lot, but in this fight, he was locked in, and he was basically all the time in front of Fulton. And so shout out to Foster for that, for also taking the fight. And you still hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. And also, I don't know. It seems like Fulton wasn't in the fight. It looks like he was. I don't know if he was prepared, if he was mentally there. There was something about Fulton that was weird to me. That doesn't take anything away from Foster. I still had Foster winning at the time anyway. But yeah, it just showed those fast twitches, those fast feet from Foster. It shows that Fulton didn't face that type of fighter before. So shout out to Foster for that. And the Lamont Roach and Pitbull. I mean, a lot of people had like Roach like dominating Pitbull before the fight, but we have to realize like the styles makes fight, and the fight against if you fight someone like I don't know like Shakur, Devin Haney, or like Tank is a bit different because they kind of know each other quite a lot. But Pitbull is not like I don't see many people dominating Pitbull. He's just an awkward fighter and always coming forward. So I heard people that had like they would think like Roach would knock Pitbull out. I cannot even see anyone knocking KO Pitbull. Like literally, I cannot see anyone doing that. So it was a good fight, though. It was a good scrap, and you know, I feel sorry for Roach a bit because like 2 draws on the row, man. Like one, like that's a bit of you know, that's tough for him really. But really, if one of those 2 fight between Tank and Pitbull was a draw, this one I wasn't mad at this draw last night. The draw against Tank, we all know. So, and I was also impressed with the Shane Mosley's chin. The junior, Mosley Junior's chin. Like he was pretty good. It was like I thought it would be more dominated than that really, but I was impressed with with him, to be honest. Like, cause a lot of people sleep on Ramos. Ramos is a very good fighter, but like really like Mosley Jr. showed me quite a lot, to be honest. I was impressed. You know, you never being Mosley Jr. You would never you don't want to get a loss, but it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like I look at him, I'm like, okay, this guy has got something, so he's a problem. I mean, you know what I mean by a problem? It's like you cannot sleep on that guy, basically. But yeah, although it was a pretty good card. What's his name? The Ghost had to do what he did what he had to do. So I was, like not impressed, but like, I felt like, okay, he's still there. And otherwise, yeah, it was a pretty decent card. What do you think about Fulton? Do you think Fulton was actually the same? Like, what do you think?
Hey, man, he just ran across somebody longer than him. And someone that actually, wanted the fight, right? Wasn't letting him lead in the fight.
Yeah, but like Foster's usually like, I mean, I had Foster before the fight anyway, but I didn't expect that domination. I knew he was faster than Fulton because I heard, like, I might be wrong, but I heard like Foster's giving problem to Shakur in sparring, and I can see why. Because it's hard
You
to
may
like
feel like it's your time,
touch him. But that's
but
my
it's
call,
not your
man.
time.
I keep listening, my brother. Shout out to
All
you guys.
right. Dennis, what it do?
Hello?
Yep.
Dennis.
We done lost him. Dennis, you
Hello?
there?
Yeah, man, I'm here. I ain't even trying to come on this motherfucker to talk. I ain't gonna lie, I was listening.
Oh, all right. No worries. No worries.
Yeah, I'm a new listener, man. I'm a new listener. I'm just trying to figure this shit out.
All right. Appreciate you. Let's see. Big God K, member for 14 months. The draw was valid. Lamont ain't do enough. Julio Guzman, pound for pound number 1 in the chat. Drop a bomb for the status. Roach bad early game plan to stand and trade is on the coach. Rematch should be on Tubi. If not, Roach should move up and draw with Barrios. Lord of mercy. He ain't say fight by. He said get another draw. Damn. We got Big God K, $5. Y'all want Roach to be the guy when he can't even finish off opponents. He not that dude for real. It was clear, it was a clear draw, and the commentary was biased as hell. Did you feel like that? Or you didn't have the volume on?
I didn't have the volume, so I didn't hear it.
Okay. Curtis Robinson, we read that, right? When Cool Boy lost to Inoue, it took a lot from him. We got Jermel Inoue gets cooked at 132. Jahlil West, $5. Caller about to go to work and get extorted. Why are you paying when it was a draw? Exactly. I don't think he paying. I think he just like knows they gonna talk shit. Like, oh, he dropped them. You know he won. They robbed him type shit. Mr. Vega.
Hello, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, good morning. Good afternoon to some. Appreciate the show. Started off, man, thoughts to J.O. Patai's opponent, Hussein Sakata. He currently has a small brain bleed and has a fracture in his neck and his vertebrae, the C1 vertebrae.
Who?
That's right below your skull. The guy that J.O. Patai just murdered in the ring, man. Like, bro, like we got to stop with this bullshit. Like, there's certain level of fighters. You can't just be putting these guys in, having these quote unquote mandatories. That these guys aren't fighting high level guys to get these mandatory shots and putting them in with a monster like Opataya. The dude landed only 14 shots on Opataya, showing he don't belong, and then gets hospitalized. Did you know Jay Opataya has hospitalized 5 of his last 6 opponents? And you look at his opponents, you can see why, because they're not putting him with guys that are near his level. I mean, he's gonna hurt someone, like he's gonna murder somebody, bro. Like, we got to stop this, man. But hopefully he posts everything turns out well. Hopefully he comes out fully healthy. The doctors do what they got to do, and the man can live his life as a regular man after leaving the hospital. In regards to bro, and Beatrice and that Turkish girl, man. I'll say it, bro. I want to see the VADA testing, man. Honestly, I want to see the VADA. I want to see VADA, the Yukata, whatever, WADA. I would like to see how that girl punches that goddamn hard. Beatrice is a very good boxer. And she can punch as well. And that girl ate everything. And man, she was hurting Beatrice with everything she was landing. Just going in there and just putting everything on every shot and got that stoppage. That was kind of brutal. But yeah, man, I look forward to seeing if they tested over there in Monaco and what the test results are. The card, man, that was a good card. Very solid. Got a little bit of everything. Like everyone liked the Lucetto fight. That's a guy there. I think they should just keep around that level and just put on these cards, man. He's gonna fight. He's gonna get hit, and he's gonna try to give 2 more for everyone that lands on him. What do you think? 154. 154 is a fun division, but yeah, I think it's pretty obvious he's gonna be that guy that can just get things started, right? Light the fire. I missed the Nunez fight. I've been wanting to watch him, but it's just moving around. Just wasn't able to see it, so maybe I catch him to playback when I have an opportunity. And shout out Frank Martin, man. Rancis is a guy that's a bit awkward, and Frank showed you what all these other guys should have been doing, man. Just giving him lateral movement. Frank's athletic as hell, and you see he's explosive, and that was that was scary for a second too, man. The way he put Rancis down, Rancis' head, dribbling off the canvas. Huh. Man, they checked his pulse. I mean, I was legit concerned that Rancis wasn't breathing, but he was. He seemed fine, and that was a way to make a statement. People say they always want to see a fighter make a statement. Well, give Frank Martin his credit. No one's done that to Rancis. I know he's 39, probably really 47, but that's the way to do it. New team, new division, and new start to his career. Frank Martin 2.0 maybe, right? I got to give credit for Mosley. I was picking him from the jump, and yeah, defense just wasn't good enough. Shout out Jesus Ramos, did his thing. They said he was hurt. You said I could see that. I mean, he was just trying to hit him with one shot. It was just weird. I just didn't understand what Ramos was doing. He had himself a little no look right hook, he seemed to understand what his distance was, and Mosley was just staying on the line. But he looked good. I'm not sure exactly what the future holds for him. 160 is a division that's wide open. They just mandated Carlos Adames to fight Mirit Nurk, blah, 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 who's a southpaw that we've seen fight on the underdogs card or that week of the Canelo Crawford fight. He beat Steve Sumter over there from Mass. He's been mandated like once or twice already, and they just did it for the third time. So we'll see what happens. And co-main, man, yeah, I was picking Foster from the jump. I thought it was going to be about 10-2. I guess I was wrong. That was 12-0, 11-1. Embarrassing, just embarrassing. Stephen Fulton to miss weight. WBC making it for the title, interim title at the weight class above. And then he gives that performance. Shout out to Foster. Use the jab well. Started off from the orthodox.
Hey,
went over to the
yo,
southpaw.
somebody said Roach got more draws than Victoria's Secret. Lord, child.
Yeah, that's great.
That was funny, champ.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't listen. I get it. Like you said it well. Shakur is really short on opponents, so I get it. Foster and him got this back and forth, but I'm not itching to see that fight. I say at least he has something in place, and that's important, right? There's someone in place. They have a little bit of history. The guy's I guess you want to call him a 2-division champ now. So he's building a resume, has accolades. So sure, why not? We'll see what happens with the Teal fight. See where they go from there. But at least we know, hey, one possible opponent within a 3 to 5 range of possible guys he can fight. Foster has to be on there for where he's positioned and the bullshit they say to each other. Because yeah, Shakur's hating like a motherfucker. I don't. Foster look great. You can say, oh, Fulton was this or that. No, Fulton was in the ring. People were picking him. He had a lot of people, even when he missed weight, were cheerleading in the thong, hoping Fulton still beats Foster. And Foster spanked that boy. Main event, I had Isaac Cruz edging it out, but I think Roach was obviously, to me, he was just a better fighter, man. I get it. You get knocked down, you lose a point, you want to get it back. I just think he stayed in the pocket too much. And he's another guy standing a little bit too stiff in the pocket. And he wasn't seeing that left hook all the time from that mid to close range, and he would land clean. Obviously with space, he was much better. That left hook, that thing was a thing of beauty. I agree with you again. He was kind of spamming it at times, but that's the thing. It was such his best scoring shot. They said that he hurt his hand. I don't know if he went into the fight or he hurt it in the fight, but he battled through. One thing you can't say is that Roach ain't no bitch, man. He fought that fight, fought through whatever he was going through, fought through the score knockdown, and it was a good fight, bro. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the card as a whole. There's nothing to say about Lara and Gonzalez. Wouldn't mind a rematch. Wouldn't mind them moving on, but definitely, I think everyone can say after this fight, you want to see both those guys in the ring again. People that say, "Oh, Roach this" or Pitbull's that, he boxed or because he wasn't. I don't know what y'all saying, but I enjoyed the fight. They both show different things. Both show an improvement, and that's what we want to see. On to the next one. Appreciate the call.
White Mike, what
but
up?
it's not your time.
Yeah, Conor Ben is trash. You American boxer fans, stop bringing this nigga up. You can't walk into no barbershop in America and mention Conor Ben.
Don't start that shit. Don't start that shit.
Nigga
Give
sucks,
Conor Ben
bro.
a chance.
No, he's trash.
As soon as I come on here, you start talking about Conor Ben trash. You already know. Hey, man, I don't know what people were watching, bro, but I think Esau got robbed. To be completely honest, I think Pitbull Cruz got robbed. He got the knockdown, and the ref stepped in the way. Like, I didn't even see a full knockdown. I saw a half knockdown, and then the ref stepped in the way. Like, I don't understand why he didn't let Cruz finish. Because if it wasn't for the ref, it would be Cruz by knockout. Clear as day, because he would have finished. Shock, man, he needs to learn how to finish better, man. Like, Fulton was out of there by, like, the 6th, 7th round to me. He just looked done. He looked drained. So I think that if your opponent is that drained, and like I get you want to play around with your food, but like we not kids, man. We ain't playing with food, man. You need to go in there and finish. You were landing the 1-1-2 really, really well. You have Fulton on his back foot, and I think you should have went in there and actually finished him. This fight with Rancis, I'm not really giving Frank Martin too much credit for that because Rancis looked ugly. I don't know. He looked old. It just didn't really look like it was
out the ring. Frank was at the ring for like 2 years though.
Since the tank fight,
I get it,
he ain't fight since the tank fight.
Just didn't look like it was a. I don't know how to explain like a proper opponent. You know what I mean? So like I'm not really giving you the credit for that knockout. Like I would like to see you fight, better fighters.
But I don't think he's ever been knocked out. How you not gonna give him credit for something no one's ever done?
Who, Rancis?
Yeah.
What is Rancis, like 6'3" though?
What you mean 6'3"?
He was tall, bro. He looked like he
that's
was
his second time. That's his second time being knocked out, and Antoine Russell only the one to do that. And his was a TKO.
Like,
his was a TKO, so it wasn't a knockout. Like Frank put him to bed.
Well, like pure honesty though, Ness, man, you really think Cruz lost that fight, or it should have been a draw?
Yeah, I thought Cruz lost.
You thought Cruz lost?
Mm-hmm. He started going backwards in the back half. You Pitbull, but you're going backwards. If this was a real dog fight, yo Pitbull is a curve.
But you don't think the ref saved Lamont Roach?
From what?
Bro, when he hit him with that knockdown, and he turned around and he landed in the corner.
But it's not your time.
Yeah, he gave him a knockdown, my friend. He gave him a knockdown. He gave him a knockdown. The glove touched the floor, so there is no saving. I have to count.
Yeah, but I didn't see the glove touch the floor. I saw him turn.
Get off that fire stick, man. Get you a better link if you ain't see his right hand touch the floor. That was the bell. But yeah, I don't even get y'all. Like, bruh, how he save him? Like, hand touch the floor. We got to count. So we do a count, and then Roach turns it up, and that makes Pitbull turn into a boxer we never seen him be. Shit crazy.
Yeah, if anything, Roach got saved by the bell in that 11th round when he was hurt, and he came out into the 12th. He was hurt about halfway through the fight. That was the only point he got saved, but he got saved by the bell.
Yeah, man. Last call for callers. If you're trying to call in, now is the time. Last call for them callers. We right back at it tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern. We got Bust 'em Up, $2. Ref should have let Pitbull hook off on Roach in round 3. His glove touched. It would be illegal. Then you would have Roach fans complaining that the ref didn't do his job and give him an 8 count. Beezy Baby, $2. Lamont, GTD, got the draws. Roach Jr. won it for me. GTD, not Gervonta Tank Davis, but got the draws. The last one was Victoria's Secret. Y'all out of control, man. Hey, we up out of here. Nest GTO, Instagram, and Twitter tomorrow morning. We right back at it. Let them know where they can find you, Tone.
Find me on YouTube, Two Tone Superstar. We lit today.
Peace.
Peace.